What is up, YouTube? This is your boy, the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. And right now I'm going to be getting into a video that a lot of people requested. This is, of course, Louis C.K. This particular segment is So I Called Batman. I noticed a couple people requested this specific segment. And like I said, if you want me to react to your comedian, make sure you give me a specific segment that you want me to watch. Because if I react to something that if I go to your comedian and I react to a segment that I randomly pick and it's not funny, then not only is that going to give me a bad first impression of the comedian that you want me to get into, but it's going to give a lot of people that may not have watched that comedian, who this might be their first time seeing him as well, they're going to be kind of iffy about him as well. And they might not watch the other videos that I do with their other segments. So make sure you come with the best segment that they have, and then I'll go ahead and react to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Of course, Louis C.K. is a very legendary comedian. I know he had his controversial things and everything, but we're putting that to the side for now and going to try to focus on strictly comedy. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what this video has to offer.
I've never been a big animal person. Some animals I hate. Bats. I think bats are just disgusting.
This is hard to hear for me. I don't want to turn the volume up.
I hate a rat with leather wings.
But I'm going to.
You ever seen one and they like look around? It's like somebody, you know, they have a face. It's disgusting. Hate bats. And I'm sure there's a whole thing of, oh, did you know that bats make all the French toast in the world or whatever?
That's a random ass fact about animals. I don't care. They're scary.
I had a bad bat experience. This summer, we rented a house this summer. I got a house for me and the kids. My ex-wife and I, we share custody of the kids. And so the summer, 1 month they go with her, 1 month with me. So I got a nice house in the country. And it was beautiful. The kids loved it. But the kids go to sleep at, 8 o'clock at night. So I'm just laying awake, terrified. Terrified. I'm so scared in the country because it's just quiet and it's just mystery and trees and darkness. I live in New York City. I feel perfectly safe there. I'm surrounded by murderers and child molesters and Jews.
Oh,
shit. I mean, there are a lot. There's a bunch of those. But so one night I'm in the country house and I'm just laying awake, just begging for the fucking sun to come up so I can sleep through my days with the kids. And I'm laying awake, and my bedroom's above the kitchen, and I hear this. I swear to God, I heard this sound. I heard, "What are you thinking?" I heard that, like clear as a bell.
The hell?
And immediately my heart is pounding. I'm like, I'm going to have a heart attack right now, because there is a witch in the kitchen. First of all, there are witches. I have no doubt in that moment. There's witches. That's how easy it was to flip me over. There are witches. And there's one in the kitchen. And I gotta go down there. I can't just, they like kids. She'll get the kids. So I go downstairs. I'm terrified. And I'm standing outside the kitchen door like this for like an hour. Too scared to go in until a little bit of logic seeped in and told me even if there is a witch in there, she wouldn't just make a noise and then just stand there for like an hour. So I go in, there's nobody in the kitchen. And then I hear the noise again, and it was the dishwasher. The dishwasher has weird tubes, and when the soap goes through them, it's kind of vocal. I don't know why, but it goes. It was the weirdest thing to watch my dishwasher do it. I was like, all right, it's cool, fine, there's no witches. I'm about to go upstairs, and a bat, a fucking asshole bat, picked that. He's like, and he just flew right by my head like this, and I went, ah! I just fell on the floor. Ah! And I crawl into the closet. I close the door and I call 911 right away.
This is not the best scenario for a man.
I don't know if you ever called 911 and you don't realize till they answer how you shouldn't be calling 911. 911, tell us your emergency. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to be bothering you. This doesn't qualify. The lady's like, sir, what's the problem? I said, there's a bat in my house, and I don't like it. She was nice to me, because it's country 911. If you call 911 in New York City, there's a bat in my house, they'll be like, sir, we'll send a car right over to shoot you in the face. But she was nice. She's like, sir, we understand. You're divorced, you're overcompensating with a country house.
Damn.
You're in over your head. She said, call this guy. She gave me a number. She said, call this guy. He's a guy who takes care of bats. He's a man whose bats are his focus. Felt like she was doing a lot of work to not say Batman. Like she was kind of going around. He's a male human who bats are his... I'm not going to say Batman. I don't want to say it.
He likes leather.
So I call the Batman. And he comes over, and I'm in the closet looking through the crack, and the bat is on the ceiling, hanging upside down, and he's just looking around. It's the most disgusting thing. And so finally there's a knock at my door, and I crawl to the door, and I open it, and he's like, hello. And he says, where's the bat? And I'm like, So the guy walks over, and he just takes the bat.
Specialist.
That's it. He just took it. He's like, all right. Like, yeah, you pretty much nailed it. That's amazing. It's like I called somebody and said, help, there's a box of tissues on my table. Oh, thank goodness. What a relief to have a man in the house.
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make him look good as a man.
Would you like some sweet tea? Wasn't expecting company.
I ain't trying to seduce Batman.
My robe fell open. He saw my breasts. Ooh. What do we do now?
Oh, wow.
Mr. Batman. You know, I'm kind of grateful to that bat now. Now that you're going to fuck me.
Oh, wow. Everybody knows Batman gets all the pie.
You're not? Well, all right, you can go then. I can't get out of it. It's all right. I just like to keep doing that till the laughter stops. Just fuck, this is getting upsetting. I just did that for like 40 minutes. Well, if you weren't gonna help me, then why did you come over? I'm alone here all day and I hardly can handle it anymore. All right, okay. So, no, don't do
I
that.
pushed it too far.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's funny. Everybody knows the Batman gets all of the pie. Now, Louis C.K. I didn't really get into. I mean, there was a period in time when I was really into comics, like back when like Comic View was on TV, and you know the early 2000s to the mid 2000s, and after that I started expanding into more like the Caucasian side of comedy, if that's the best way to describe it. I'm sure there's a really technical term for it because they got urban for black, so I'm sure there's something for white. And I started getting into all kinds of other comedians, but Louis C.K., for me, I first like heard of him when like Netflix was first starting to get real big, and at that point I kind of had already stopped caring about like new comedians. I'm sure he's not new, but he was new to me because I just first heard of him. And I had stopped getting into comedians and things. I was like stuck in my bubble of comedians I was already listening to. And I didn't really have any interest in like checking it out until the whole controversy and stuff happened with him, then I was like, okay, well maybe I might want to go look into him. But then I got broke and I couldn't afford Netflix. So so that's pretty much what ended that and why I didn't get into Louis C.K. But yeah, I might go ahead and check out some more of his other stuff. If you guys have any other segments you want me to check out, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. And I'll be sure to check him out. Like I said, I want to look into more of his comedy because he did like explode, and I want to see what do you think was the thing that really made him like boom? Because I'm sure there's like that one thing that people look at like, oh yeah, that's the moment when you knew Louis C.K. was going to be big. So if you guys know anything like that, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this is the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next video, and I will see you guys there. I'm going to give you guys the deuces.